Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick video here on, it's going to be kind of more or less of a timestamp here and a little bit of a proof. For some time I've been trying to get two particular people together to deal with the idea of the human liver synthesis of vitamin C and the problem therein. As everybody knows that 99.9% of the animal kingdom produces their own vitamin C. And in some humans they've proven now that that can be done as well, but it's one of those things that obviously affects humankind in a very detrimental way. When you get a goat, for instance, when they get sick, they can produce somewhere up to 20,000 milligrams per day and more. And animals are just, that's what they do naturally until certain things happen, which is human-made food and things like that start to change the animal. But it's been my thought. Dr. Levy wrote a good article, as usual, with Dr. Honeyhackey, I believe is how you pronounce his name, on the orthomolecular.org site. And you talked about that, the liver synthesis of vitamin C. Those two guys, Dr. Thomas Levy, vitamin C expert, well known around the world as being the leading vitamin C expert, has discussed this in great length. Doug Kaufmann, who I've talked about for many years, has talked about fungal mycotoxins and how they are genotoxic, how they cardiotoxic, how they manipulate genes, how they change DNA. So these two things, in my hypothesis, is that it is a fungal mycotoxin in the liver that is shutting down the enzymes in the liver that would normally create vitamin C production or ascorbic acid production. And how does that go hand in hand with I mean, how do you put those two things together? Well, it seems to me in our history we've known, as best we can tell, the humans that generally have not been able to produce that vitamin C and ascorbic acid, but our history shows, with the 6 to 10,000 years of agriculture and stuff like that, with the grains that are laden with mycotoxins. So it isn't just when antibiotics started in the 30s or just about the alcohol, this or that. Grains have been used that are loaded with mycotoxins for thousands and thousands of years, well, including alcohol, of course, but grains in general, whether they're a child or whether it's an adult. So it's my view that if I could get those two guys together, and they really put their heads together, Doug Kaufmann on the mycology end of it, and Dr. Levy and others in the vitamin C field got together and they found the proper antifungal that dealt with what shuts off that enzyme that is in the enzyme or enzymes in the liver that would normally produce the vitamin C. I think we would have a world-changing event. I haven't heard that from anybody. I put that together in my simple little brain. But that's what I do. I'm a troubleshooter. I've always been. You take, and that's the beauty of what I do. I can take meta-analysis and put things together where other people are so focused on one thing or a set of things that they're trained to do, and that's where they stay and nothing gets done. I want those two people and others, whomever, to put that together, do the research, and hopefully we can get wherever human, every child born, when they get the onslaught of the toxins that come at them that are forced upon them by other humans, that at least their natural body can defend itself once again. And again, I do believe that it's a fungal mycotoxin within the liver that comes from conception onward. I mean, it's that stuff that can pass on, is that shutting off that ability to produce the ascorbic acid. I think that's where it's going to be. I think that's where the answer is at. That's just me, but I want to put it down here because, it isn't necessarily about credit, but I've had people take credit a lot of times for things that they don't deserve to have credit for, because it's all about profit margins. I've been helping people, thousands of people for years for nothing. And I would love to help millions upon millions just by putting my thoughts together with a heck of a lot of research and as a simple man here and make some changes. So keep that in mind. When you think about vitamin C and producing vitamin C like your dog and your cat and your pets do, except for your guinea pigs and your fruit bats, and a couple particular primates, see what you can do. Well, electricity, it's storming out, but anyway, that's a sign. It's a good sign. Okay, so keep that in mind when you think about vitamin C. One day, hopefully your children and grandchildren will produce it all on their own and be able to fight disease and pathogens and toxins like our history has never known. Okay, thanks. See ya.